Have you ever been to Cairo?
No.
Cairo's nuts.
Yeah.
It's the craziest city I've ever been in.
I want to go. When you went to the pyramids, when was it? How long ago?
Oh my gosh, it was crazy. It was right after the revolution. So we went in 2000. When was the Arab Spring?
That was internet times.
It was
2011?
12, I want to say. 2011, 2012.
What's up? 2010, Arab Spring?
So it must have been 2011.
That was one of the first revolutions that the internet was credited with starting.
Yeah, and no one was there. So everyone was like, why the f*** are you guys in Egypt? We got basically a private tour of the whole country. Like there was we were on a cruise on the Nile and it was supposed to be, hundreds of people. There were 14 people on the cruise. And we got to see, there's usually lines to go into the Great Pyramids. There were no lines to see King Tut. Nothing. No one was anywhere. It was a weird time to be in Egypt. And I went to Alexandria, was in Cairo, went and did like a Nile cruise, which was amazing. I mean, Egypt's, you got to go.
Yeah,
it's amazing.
I definitely do. Did you get this weird feeling that like, how did this go away?
Yeah, that's what I don't understand. And I think I had like a mental breakdown when I was there. Like we were in the hospital, not the hospital. I felt like I should get checked into a hospital. We were staying in like the Nile across from all the tombs, the like king's tombs. And I kept feeling this like pulse, and I had like a panic attack when I was there, basically. It was the weirdest thing, though. I kept feeling this pulse. It was like, womp, womp.
Was this when you were doing drugs?
No. I mean, I was drinking still, but I wasn't doing drugs. And I was like, I thought I was going to end up in a straitjacket. And I thought I had like a panic attack. I had like these crazy dreams. And I was like, oh, this is where it all started for like my whatever. It's weird.
So
it's a weird energy.
Do you think you were getting this feeling like you said, like here, it's in the soil. There's something in the soil here, like this fierce independence because these people are tough and they survived making it across the Great Plains and all that. Do you think you felt that there? Like this is the feeling of this civilization that used to exist in this place?
Yeah, it felt to me, I feel like I had like a past life regression, if that's even a thing. It was like, I felt like whatever journey I've been on this planet, it started there and I went back to the source, and it was like a weird, like my dreams were crazy. Thank God the guy I was with was like nice and kind, but I couldn't, it was like a full-blown panic attack. I couldn't even leave the hotel room. And
do you think that's just because of being in Egypt?
It was just being in Egypt.
Do you think it's because of like you knew what the civilization was like and it had declined and gone and now you're there and you're just like psychologically dealing with this and you're kind of freaking out and putting it on yourself?
So I have always been obsessed with Egypt since I was a little kid. Just unnaturally obsessed with it. It was like I read every book about it when I was a kid. I wanted to go there. I don't know why. And I felt like, I like to believe in past lives because I think it's amusing. I'm like, if I can choose, it sounds like it's like, right. Why not? And I've always felt very connected to it. And so when I went there and was across from, we were in the King Farouk suite, actually, and it had a balcony that overlooked the Nile and the tombs. And I could feel, it was like something in my heart, like a vibration. And they've said that these places, like where there are these pyramids, they can have vibrations. I learned this later, but this was like a weird, like, it kept hitting my heart. And then I thought they drugged me. I thought they gave me something in my hibiscus tea because I started like, I drank the hibiscus tea and I was like, maybe they put some kind of like hallucinogen in it. Whatever hit me in my heart on that balcony, and I couldn't, like, all I could hear was this, like, want, and it was reverberating I sound like a crazy person, but it was reverberating from the tombs, and then I remember eating a grape so slowly and mindfully just to, like, come back into my body, and I had these, like, crazy dreams, and I felt like I saw all these connections to, like, people in my life present, and it was weird. It was in that moment when I, like, had a physical reaction where it was like a scene from a movie where it was like zap, 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 like all these people in my life and
Well, they say that places have memory, right?
Oh, this place, I mean, Egypt is so special.
I haven't been, obviously, but I felt weird when I went to Chichen Itza. That feels very weird.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I was like baby stepping. I still get slightly like, and my life has never been the same really since. Like it was, and Egypt is, Cairo's bonkers, but Egypt is the Nile. I remember just like cruising down the Nile and being on the deck, and you can feel what it was like. You're just like, this is what.
The memory.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the tombs are all it's very, I don't know, it was very spiritual for me. It was like a very, it felt like a pilgrimage that I didn't know I was taking. That's how it felt to me.
Look, it makes sense. It was the most sophisticated civilization maybe ever in terms of their building.
You have to go. I feel like you would love it.
I know I would love it. I know I just don't have the time. I almost did it with Mr. Beast. He went in December. I was going to try to do it with him. He wanted to do a podcast there, but I just couldn't make it happen. I'm too busy.
Yeah, it's a hike.
Yeah, I need to take like a good solid couple weeks and go there. It needs to be something that I know that I'm going to be there for a couple weeks.
Yeah.
And right now, that's not really possible.
Yeah.
You know,
I mean,
I went to visit the site of the Eleusinian Mysteries, and I was with Brian Mirarescu.
Where's that?
It's in Greece.
Oh.
And that was wild.
Really?
That was wild. That place has a memory for sure. Yeah, I just like touching the walls. Like it just feels weird. You just feel like this is different. Like you're in the presence of something very strange.
That
like
was Egypt.
Whatever the energy, I bet Egypt was probably even more incredible. But whatever the energy of that place was, there's some of it left there. There's some weird intangible feeling that's left there that just makes you feel very, very strange.